So we're getting into the reviews now. So now we're doing another movie that I grew up watching. I've probably seen this movie about 7 or 8 times throughout my life, and you're probably shocked at that. You're probably like, "Hey, I thought you grew up with this movie." Yes, I did. I watched it 4 times throughout my childhood. But this movie falls into the line of movies like American History X and 12 Years a Slave and Schindler's List. It's a very sad movie, and it's pretty much depressing all the way throughout. It's got a happy ending, but it's a very depressing movie. And um, I was diagnosed, and I did not really start functioning well until I was about 13 or 14. But at a very young age, I was diagnosed with autism, and I had really bad autism up until I was like 13 or 14. Of course, now I did eventually manage to get it under control, but this movie resonates with me on a personal level. Especially with the overweight mother, and there's been a lot of obesity in my family. I was never obese, but I was around my mom and dad, and many of my family members were like that. And this movie just resonates with me on a personal level, and I've always felt a deep connection with this movie. And this was always one of my favorites growing up. Again, not one that I watch often because it is a very depressing movie. It has a happy ending, but the entire thing is just a very big depressing fest. So, and pretty much every aspect of this I relate to, though. The I don't know, man. There's just a lot about this movie that you know, and I guess that would resonate with when I was younger, like because around 13 and 14 is when I started actually getting a better handle on it. I didn't actually get a better handle on it until I was well into my adult age, and now I'm fine now. But um, and even today, I'm still struggling with the autism and stuff like that. But I'm much better, way better than I was when I was a kid. You know, um, and I wasn't as low functioning. Well, obviously, Hollywood never really captures what it is to have something like that. But you know, uh, I don't know. I just over the years, especially as a kid, I felt a very personal connection to this movie, and it's one that has always stuck with me. It's not usually a type of movie that I watch. It's a big cry fest. It's a drama, and it's probably could be considered a chick flick, but um, I think it's that personal connection that makes me come back to this movie time and time again. I've only watched it about 4 times throughout my childhood, and so far 4 times throughout my adulthood. Um, but not to mention, you got a very stacked cast here. You got Juliette Lewis, which of course uh, you probably know her from Dust Till Dawn all the way down to Natural Born Killers and Ma. I mean, she's in a shit ton of stuff. Johnny Depp, don't need to explain who the fuck that is, and of course Leonardo DiCaprio. But yeah, especially with the I'll go into the other thing, the overweight mom thing in this. Johnny Depp is Leonardo DiCaprio older brother, which Leonardo DiCaprio in this has a mental disorder, I guess you could say. And Juliette Lewis is like the girlfriend character, and Johnny Depp, I guess his dad died, and their mom is like an overweight mess. She's like can't even get out of the house. And if a movie like this came out today, they'd probably say, "Oh, it's against body positivity." Let me tell you something right now. I grew up with a lot of my family, watching a lot of my family members struggle with obesity. Obesity is a bad thing. I totally believe that. It is a bad fucking thing, and it gives you so many health issues. I mean, my dad, I love him to death, and he's still alive right now, but I honestly don't think he'll make it another 20 years. I mean, he has fucking diabetes, and the amount of shit that he's got wrong with his organs is just. I love him to death, but trust me, obesity is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And, my mom, same problem. She's got this thing called fatty liver disease. Yeah, it's just, it's not good. It's not good. And, my grandma, unfortunately, a couple weeks ago, my grandma, and this is why haven't been uploaded to my channel recently. She died. Her liver gave out on her, and she died. But yeah, I don't give a shit what people say about body positivity. It's not a good thing. Being obese is not a good thing, and I believe that everybody who is obese should be trying to work to stop that and prolong their life, because you don't want to die early. I mean, who wants to die early? But this has always been a movie that I can resonate with, and it's one that I continuously come back to. And yeah, as I said, it's very depressing. You got the little brother, and all of his struggles that he has with his mental disability, and of course, if you haven't seen the movie, the mom dies halfway through the movie, and she's so obese that they can't even get her out of the house, so they have to burn down the house with her inside of it. It's a fucked up scene. And then, yeah, just that on top of that, and the movie ends with it alluding to that Leonardo, because at the end of the movie, Johnny Depp has like a monologue, and he says, the doc said that he only gave him about 5 years, so it alludes to that Leonardo DiCaprio's character only lived for about another 5 years. And it's a very depressing movie. As I said, it ends with Johnny Depp and Juliette Lewis going off, but and it also alludes that Leonardo DiCaprio probably ended up dying anyway. But yeah, it's a very depressing movie, and I just have a lot of personal connection to this one. And I don't know. This is I know a lot of people don't like Johnny Depp because he does a lot of goofy roles, but I actually really enjoy his goofy roles, by the way. But whenever he does like a serious role like this, or Blow, or Black Mass, or I wouldn't say Once Upon a Time in Mexico, but whenever he does a serious role like that, I think he does a fucking phenomenal job, and pretty much aces everything that he does in the serious role type of thing, you know what I mean? But if I had to pick a favorite of his serious roles, I'd probably pick Blow, but I don't know if I'll, I don't know if I'll do a review on that one right away, because it's not currently on any streaming service, and I don't have it on Blu-ray. But Blow is like one of my favorite mob type movies. So Gilbert Grape, What's Eating Gilbert Grape is a phenomenal film that you should definitely go watch. I fucking love this movie. Go watch it.